here in the community of Arnett Gardens, the first match of Vere United against Portmore United, and again we're looking forward to this one. Based on the standings though, both teams would have been hoping to have been a little bit higher up, but obviously both these teams in a stage where they'd want to rebuild and reinvent themselves. It's a battle of 9th and the 10th between these two teams as they make their way out to the middle, led by FIFA referee Daniel Parchment.
Vere United and Portmore United.
Portmore United in their full blue kit, and of course right beside them looking to make a mark on this game, Vere United in full white this evening. These two teams have never drawn, but they have met just 8 times. Vere coming out on top just twice. Portmore United with 6 victories under their belts. Let's see how this match will turn out. As the captains go for the toss.
Savvy, we have kickoff. Call while in the air. So as is Russo, your suicide, our ball belongs to Yerky.
Daniel Parchment will get assistance from Damien Williams and Rolando Bennett. The 4th official is Andre Farquharson.
Hey.
Ricardo Campbell, of course, the captain of Vere United, and Emilio Rousseau, the skipper of Portmore United.
Ready.
This is the Vere United squad. Starting lineup as we know it: Shaquan Davis, of course, in goal. They'll have a back 4 of Tavis Grant, Ricardo Campbell, Kenwar Lumpton, and Trevon Salmon at right back in the middle of the park. Kevin Graham, Javier Brown, and Alton Lewis. And up front, Ramon Plummer on the left, Ricardo Dennis on the right, and Lamar Neal down the middle.
And they'll be playing with a 4-3-3 formation. Vere United. No Francois Swaby in the squad, but yeah, they'll be looking for Javier Brown to really provide a top performance with 3 goals so far on the season. Portmore United starting 11, as you can see: Benjamin Williams in goal, Chavoy Watkins, Stephen Young comes back into the starting lineup, Emilio Rousseau, Alvinus Myers the St. Lucian, Rudolph Austin with his wealth of experience, Jaheim Rose comes in as well, Shavon McDonald, Johnny Flemings, DeAndre Cunningham, and the Haitian Kenny Charleston. They'll be playing with a 4-3-3 formation, Portmore United, and of course Charleston, their leading goal scorer with 3 goals so far on the season. I guess Shavon McDonald will be the man expected to pull the creative strings within the middle of the park. He comes in their number 20. Still no national rep DeMar Rose out of the starting lineup. Unfortunate to see from a Portmore perspective. I think their creativity will really be bolstered with himself and Shavon McDonald partnering each other. Well, Daniel Parchment blows the whistle and they're off. Vere United, of course, in their full white with yellow socks. Currently sitting in 10th position. They're the lowest scorers in the Premier League this season. Just 9 goals. Early infringement.
Yeah, it's going to be very interesting to see how both these teams will start and how they'll try and impose the game. I'd love to hear your thoughts on those who are plying their trade in the middle of the park for Vere United. It's not the most creative trio: Kevin Graham, Javier Brown, and Alton Lewis. But let's see how they'll be able to manufacture some things. Javier Brown, of course, with 3 goals to his name. Alton Lewis has a goal to his name as well, but we're used to seeing Lewis in particular along the back line of Vere United. Well, here's Portmore United trying to come forward. Rousseau with the dink inside the box at the back post. Tavis Grant boots it up towards the halfway line. Stephen Young coming out of the heart of defense to collect and put it into touch. There's the Donovan Ducky in charge of this team, just trying to utilize the players that he has at his disposal. That's Philip Williams, of course, the new coach at Portmore United, having left Tivoli Gardens a few weeks back. Vere taking this along the channel. Plummer is hurt a little. Just one goal to his name so far this season. Would have hoped for a better return. Ramon Plummer. Hasn't been a lot to work with. Shaban McDonald is trying to make his way out. Here's Charleston trying to get that one across, making that run was Jaheim Rose out of the middle of the park, but Portmore United will get the corner kick. Heading into the 5th minute, let's see what Portmore can do with this corner. Here's the corner kick. That's not a bad one. Not best handled initially by London, but it was gathered by Shaquan Davis in the end.
Yeah, good to see Portmore getting numbers into the box. That's been something that they have struggled with throughout the season, getting players forward, or their willingness to commit players.
Despite the fact that it's a battle between 9th and 10th, sometimes these types of games usually carry a fair degree of excitement. There is no pressure in terms of a battle to avoid relegation this season. And we have been saying that as we take a look at the veteran Rudolph Austin. We keep on saying that almost as if it's an invitation for teams to be a little bit more free to express themselves attacking wise, but sometimes it just doesn't happen that way.
Based on everything we've seen this season, not necessarily the fixture that you'd expect to see a lot of goals, so maybe George Davis's average per match might be affected here again today, just like yesterday, but an important match nonetheless in trying to make some movement up the table. Obviously with such a close-knit table, each victory can actually leapfrog you a couple places.
I mean, they're not mathematically out of a playoff spot. There's still a chance for them, but they have to be almost perfect from here on in.
and two of the three worst scorers in the Premier League. Vere at the bottom. Portmore 10th out of the 12 teams, with of course Vere United in between them. So not a lot of goals generally from both these squads.
This is Alvinus Myers now. Ball delivered inside and too close to Shaquan Davis, who doesn't usually have problems with that type of glove work. Former Heidel player was a pretty decent one between the sticks during the schoolboy football season around a couple seasons ago. Here's Charleston. Well, that was a little bit too much for DeAndre Cunningham, who's not quite hugging the touchline, is he? Cunningham. Let's see if they'll actually play with a little bit more width, but it seems as if only Rousseau is holding that line on the left, and McDonald at times for Portmore United.
When they met earlier in the season, of course, Portmore came away with a 2-1 win. And it was a 93rd minute winner by Shea Smith. That grabbed the 3 points. Just one of 4 wins for Portmore this season. DeAndre Cunningham was the other scorer for Portmore, and Javier Brown, the Vere number 14, was their only scorer. I'm sure you'll be hoping that that's not his best pass for the afternoon.
We're hoping so too. Austin still trying to find his feet back in the local Premier League. Rudolph Austin trying to get back to a high level of fitness, if not full fitness. Lots of years in his legs, Chris Taylor. Ball played through to McDonald, skips by one, thinking of the shot, decides against it. McDonald has some help. Kenny Charleston straight to Davis. That was just a lack of confidence from all concerned there. In an advantageous position, Portmore United, but they just couldn't make it count just then. Austin. That should make the highlight reel. Vere United will get a corner.
Come on! Switch on! Let someone!
Here's the corner kick at the near post. Myers is there. There was a foul in the process as Jaheim Rose went down, the former Clarendon College player. Watkin. McDonald running into traffic. Ramon Plummer couldn't get his service right. Myers. Rose. Young across to Watkin. Austin looking for an outlet now. Wasn't encouraged by the movement or lack of movement of the ball. Too much on it. Johnny Fleming's over on that far side. McDonald. Delightful ball through. This should be 1-0. Oh, what a save that is. Here's another chance across the face of goal. And it's put behind. It's a corner kick to Portmore United. But that was a big chance once more. That was a lovely ball. McDonald finding Kenny Charleston, who's looking for his fourth this season. And Davis coming up with a big save.
Yeah, that's what he's known for. Siobhan McDonald.
Corner kick coming in at the back post, and it's headed wide, well wide by Stephen Young.
Yeah, Siobhan McDonald really can pull the strings in the middle of the park. Excellent pass. The weighting was perfect as well. And Charleston, known for his diagonal runs, etc., always a willing runner, provided one yet again. But had he sorted out his feet a little bit better, he probably would have been able to have executed the finish with better quality.
Yeah, not enough power behind the shot on that occasion.
Had he moved the ball properly, he would have actually been able to kick with his left foot instead of the right. It was a difficult finish that he was attempting, and the ball was too close to him for him to execute that. It made it easy for Davis between the sticks.
Ducky looking on, realizing his opposition has the more attacking intent so far in this one. Plummer was fouled there, free kick to Vere. He was clipped on the ankle. Jaheim Rose coming in there. Here's the delivery. Watkin and Williams shouting and collecting it.
Well done, Sella! Well done, Sella! Team alert again! Go, stop, stop! Go, right, this up! Go, right, this up!
Austin going long. Nice touch from Flemings, was he tripped though? Travis Grant comes away with it.
There was a tug on him there. Looking to get away with that, maybe Grant. assistant Damian Williams didn't flag. Kier.
No, it wasn't,
Maybe not much in it.
it was an even tussle there.
Yeah, both tugging at each other. Probably fair game then.
Wondering how he'll embrace the challenge, Philip Williams, having been at Tivoli Gardens, and well, let's just say that he had less of a voice this season at Tivoli Gardens. Would have wanted to know his working conditions at Portmore United, I'm sure, Philip Williams. And he's pleased with the opportunity, as he said in the pre-match interview.
Yeah, but the losing trend is something you need to address right away. Philip Williams, 4 losses in 5 games is certainly not the kind of results that you expect from Portmore United. The team was won the most Jamaica Premier League titles with 7. Not used to being in this section of the table, and certainly with those kind of results.
That one year when they were relegated still seems surreal to me, actually, Chris Taylor. They did bounce back immediately, though. And won a title not long after. When we think about Portmore United and we think about the structure that they have, they have long been considered the gold standard of football clubs in Jamaica. Not only based on the championships that they've won, but the setup. Rudolph Austin goes long and couldn't keep it in play. Travis Grant, it's going to be a corner kick.
Good overlapping run by Siobhan MacDonald on that occasion. Rudolph Austin has always had the range. 36 years of age now. You'll be 37 in 2 weeks' time. Born June 1st, 1985.
I hope he doesn't suffer a drop-off as did Chris Paul for the Phoenix Suns.
Well, it's been a drop-off. They're sitting in 9th position with 4 losses in 5 games. So,
and the Suns have been eliminated. So there you go. Russo with the corner kick. Oh, that was not well done. He'll have another opportunity to send this one in. It's a better looking cross, but again easily handled. Flemings. Dennis. Unable to gather. Portmore United will get it back. MacDonald. Rose. Here he is. MacDonald. So easy on it. Myers was calling for it, didn't get it. And he goes the other way. Ball comes across, but too much on it from Johnny Flemings. But Myers was a little bit frustrated that MacDonald didn't supply him the pass earlier. It was the easier option, and he decided to go to Flemings instead. Did MacDonald. Here's MacDonald. Oh, nice ball through to Rose.
That wasn't a good pass by Jaheem Rose. One of 3 Roses in this Portmore squad. Jaheen and Demar. Jaheem was the captain of the Clarendon College team this year in schoolboy football. Wore the number 10 for them. Formerly of Woolmer's boys, one of the few youngsters would have had the privilege of playing both the urban area competition, the Manning Cup, and the rural area competition, the Costa Cup.
Of course, Rose from Clarendon College, MacDonald from Cornwall College. You wonder if they have arguments as to which one is the real CC.
Well, there's only one Portmore, so they have no argument about that right now.
That's a lovely challenge there on Alton Lewis, who comes back and does not foul Austin. Tries to play that one through.
Well, what they're certainly not lacking, Vere United, is a bite in the middle of the park.
Oh no, they
the
do
creativity is the issue. So yeah,
yep.
they win a lot of challenges, but then look at the pass after that. They then give away the ball because the creative ability is just not there. But yeah, Portmore will have a heavy contest in the middle of the park with challenges and the breaking up of play. Here's another example.
Plummer won't be able to get there ahead of Stephen Young.
That was clumsy by Plummer. Stephen Young, one of the Dwight Jeremiah students initially, comes from out of Trelawney. Portmore number 4, 20 years of age, I think. Stephen Young has been tried at left back. Stephen Young, and centre back as well. He's now playing in the right back role today. Actually, he's playing right centre back today. Young. And he says he actually rathers that role when asked a couple of weeks ago as to which of the 3 positions he rathers. I do think he's a lot more confident when he plays on the right side of the field. It's more natural for him. Came under a lot of pressure early in the season, but great to see how he has stuck to his task and still been rewarded with playing time.
Just made one appearance last term as Rousseau sends this one inside. Not a lot of players in attack for Portmore United when the crosses do come in. They started off with a lot of promise on this game, but the numbers have decreased.
Another poor pass by Jaheim Rose. He's a player who hasn't had much starting time, and I just wonder if nerves is playing a part on the young Clarendon College standout, number 22. Another player that we're used to seeing bad touches from. Very skillfully in the middle of the park, but a few uncharacteristically inaccurate passes from him. Just needs to settle down a bit.
You actually questioned why he hasn't been given the opportunities so far this season. Rose, he's that good in your book?
Well, I just think in a struggling Portmore team that would have been an opportunity to give him some experience. And creativity is an issue for this Portmore team, and he's one of those that can add to that.
Flemings with a touch, trying to move by his defender, Rose. Was a little bit too slow on that occasion and ran into the offside trap at any rate. Not quite off to the races, Chris, as you said.
Yeah. Majority of the season, the creativity had been left to Demar Rose, who also got national exposure with the Reggae Boys, but he hasn't had a good second half. Demar Rose, he's not even in the squad today, the number 11, surprisingly so. And Siobhan McDonald, who was acquired from Harbour View
on loan,
yeah,
yep,
has been given those duties. He's played a few games too, and has had some good moments, Siobhan McDonald, even though he hasn't scored. And So on. Commits the foul there, but talented player.
I suspect that he'll always be wary, Chevron McDonald. I think he's gotten a little bit taller since he's left Cornwall College, but that's just about it. Okay, probably a little bit bigger.
Time, brother.
Javier Brown. I haven't seen a lot from him, the number 14 for Vere United. Right now he's resigned to playing deliveries back to the defense.
Not often you see Kevin Graham in the midfield role. He's played centre back this season. He's played in the wing back role as well. Hard tackler, Kevin Graham. He's been around quite a while for this Vere United team.
No, Dookie has set up a wall in the middle of the park. Yeah. That's what I said to you before the start of the game, with Graham and Lewis right there. There is Graham, yet to be on the score sheet.
Real no-nonsense player, Kevin Graham. Hard tackler, strong. But finesse, not necessarily his trait.
I mentioned this before in terms of the mindset of teams, knowing that there is not a relegation scrap, so to speak, this season. I think Donovan Dookie, in his mindset, just wants to be as resolute as possible in building the foundations for a team that will be stubborn next season. Here's a shot from distance, and it was blocked on the edge of the 18. DeAndre Cunningham letting fly in that occasion. Watkin cute with that play just now. Got away with it. Here's Rudolph Austin. Brown. Dennis trying to make his way through the middle there, Javier Brown, and with Scott.
Yo, road! Too much fucking mistake, brother.
So Brown will get some attention.
Go, Road! Hey, Road! You fucking young man, come on, man, Road! Yeah.
Brown off for a while.
Well, a player they can afford to get injured, especially with such a skeleton squad. Vere.
now back to their full complement, Vere. Plummer. Dennis, more central. Lewis, now at left back. Vere United, they've made a few changes on the park. Graham again. Campbell, misplaced ball. Ball played through. Gets it back, Siobhan McDonald. Lovely movement. Ball sent inside the area on the volley. McDonald couldn't keep it down. Cunningham in the thick of things again.
Disappointed with his effort, Siobhan McDonald. Certainly could see what he was trying to do, though. Hit it one time. Probably not a bad idea, just the execution not quite there. Cunningham, nice little stop pass. Just got a bit under it. McDonald. Yeah, just a bit of rotation on the field as we see. Tackle there, block on Plummer. As I said, Lewis, who was was a bit surprising to see Lewis playing in an attacking midfield position, I must say. He is now gone into a left back role. But yeah, the front three certainly rotating quite a bit. Dennis coming within the center of the field and in from the wing. But nothing unusual in the regular.
Yeah, because we are used to seeing Alton Lewis playing the left side of defense. Still trying to pick up where Tavis Grant has gone. Won't be surprised if it's the left side of midfield.
Yeah, Grant has gone into the left wing role almost, and it has
something
allowed.
That we're used to seeing him playing when he was at Lennon.
Right. So it has allowed, and it yeah, and it has allowed Dennis to come into that attacking midfield role. And I think that's probably better for Dennis. Probably a better ball handler than Lewis for sure.
Delivery is too long.
Still not seeing anything happening up front for them though.
They need to work on these things though. That's their biggest play, you think, for Vere United. They don't have a lot of creativity in their ranks, so you expect them to be much better at the set pieces.
And don't have an out-and-out striker on the field as well, with Francois Swaby not in the squad list. Lamar Neal, who usually plays in that attacking midfield.
Austin lost in a dangerous position here. Dennis gets a return ball, tried to get there ahead of Young, who stuck out a boot just in time. That's a challenge from behind? No, according to referee Daniel Parchment. And Lewis got back up, continued playing. Woodolph Austin. Watkin. Referee says play on. Grant. Neil. Graham. Dennis.
Hey, stop. No fall.
Salmon finding Plummer. They weren't even in the same book just now.
Yeah, wrong idea from Plummer. Still the tempo a bit slow for Vere United, though, allowing Portmore to regroup, get players behind the ball. Ramon Plummer, one of those players that Donovan Ducky would be expecting a lot from. Played some of his football at Reno initially, Ramon Plummer. Enterprising player in the wide positions, but so far hasn't had the best of seasons. Just one goal to his name. And that's actually Alton Lewis, who's not unused to playing in the left back role, and that's where he's been moved to. I actually think that's probably a good move by Ducky. I think that attacking midfield role needs someone with better handling, and hence they've put Ricardo Dennis into that position, the former Glenmuir standout. Ricardo Dennis wears the number 10. There he is. Spoke with us earlier today and said how, you know, he still had dreams of the team getting into the playoff spots and working their way up from there, that they've been practicing a lot of goal scoring in training, shooting practice. Well, we haven't seen much of that so far. I guess they need to get closer to the goal to really
exhibit that.
Yeah.
This is McDonald. Myers. Another one of the utility players at Portmore United from St. Lucia. Rousseau. Rose. Delivered inside. Over the head of Kenny Charleston, you know.
Not sure who that pass was to. Flemings it was with the delivery. Yeah, no player from Portmore on the right side of the pitch, so obviously didn't look. I'm sure on both benches it must be frustrating looking faces. Nothing really happening. The tempo of the game almost a snail's pace. Not much quality going forward, not much 18-yard activity. Probably the only chance of the game fell to Charleston, where he really needs to provide a better finish, the Haitian.
Austin picks it up. McDonald across to his right. McDonald's delivery, not a bad one. Charleston was always under pressure there.
That was a very good delivery by Shavon McDonald. Good trajectory, dipping right at the right moment. And Charleston not able to get the best connection.
Well, the ball has made its way to Dennis. Austin is there to mop up. Cunningham to McDonald. Ball played through almost. Tried to get a proper touch on it, Flemings. He does get it back though. There was a free pass to his right, you know, he didn't spot it. Austin picks it up. Austin decides to go right hand side, 3 to aim for inside the box. It's headed away, and the hand of apology goes up from Charleston.
Yeah, that was not a good delivery by Charleston at all. So much time, and that cross was way too flat by Charleston. Needed a lot more air Should have probably gone for the floater to the back post just to allow the taller players to
McDonald
get
inside to Rose. Rose's shot. There was an appeal for handball there. Didn't get much of a reaction from the Portmore players. Here's Emilio Rousseau drives that wide.
Has the ability from that kind of distance, Emilio Rousseau. Haven't seen it so far this season though. Not a player you generally want to give much space in and around that 18-yard area, especially on his left boot, but dragged it badly wide. Just shows the confidence in this Portmore team at the moment in terms of goal scoring. It's just not there.
Confidence is a heck of a thing in football.
And Lewis is down. Was it the block from the shot that Jaheim Rose took a couple of minutes before?
By the way, just saw members of the Vere United team. They of course will be playing in the second game against Timothy Guns, the former team of one Philip Williams, who now coaches Portmore United.
This is a shot by Rose. It's moving a little bit too quickly. Ricardo Dennis was there, hands beside the body. Not really clear what happened there either. Difficult to pick it out. But to give him credit, his hands weren't away from the body by any means. And Daniel Parchment agreed with that, so no penalty. Defensive unit a lot stronger when Ricardo Campbell has struggled with injuries over the last couple of years. But when he's fit, Donovan Duckey's a happy man in terms of having him on the park. Not only his leadership, but his strength within and communication in that back line for Vere United. What he would love is for his team to score a lot more goals at the other end of the park. Take the pressure off of them. 9 goals in 17 games.
Here's McDonald looking for his first goal this season. Cunningham, Myers, McDonald, nice touch to Myers. Flemings rolls it back to Rousseau.
Yeah, that was poor by Rousseau yet again. Not sure why he went for the shot there.
Here's a chance, and this one is fired over the top.
Well, Portmore finding some room in and around the 18-yard area. That wasn't the best strike by Cunningham. He was always stretching, and hence why it went high. But they are getting close to the 18-yard area of Vere United, which is a positive thing. They just need to improve the finishing and have a little bit more composure.
But they are creating chances, more than what we're used to seeing from Portmore United this season. Against a Vere United team, usually quite stubborn. They haven't conceded a lot this season, although they haven't scored a lot this season at Vere United. Many of their losses just 1-0. Watkin. Midway through the time added for stoppages.
Just 18 against, as you mentioned, Donald, for Vere United compared to 25 for Portmore. Mind you, 18 lies 4th best. Of course, the best defensive record is Waterhouse with just 12.
Charleston. Kenny Charleston. Rousseau sends this one inside, not cleared properly, but Grant picks it up for Vere. Does enough to hold off Austin. And they get an attack going in the final stages of the first half. Well, Daniel Parchment has seen enough. And after 45 minutes, we're yet to see a goal here, Christina. And Portmore United, they've had the majority of the chances. They've won the battle in the middle of the park, led by Rudolph Austin. They still have a lot to work on. Vere United in reply. Portmore United, they have bossed the possession, but they don't have a lot to show for it, not as yet anyway. After 45 minutes, we're goalless here at the Tony Spalding Sports Complex. Vere United and Portmore United.
Welcome back to the Tony Spalding Sports Complex in Arnett Gardens, Jamaica. Monday night action in the Jamaica Premier League. And after 45 minutes, our first match, Vere United against Portmore United. We're locked at 0-0. Of course, the JPL powered by Digicel. Let's have a look at the first half highlights. Daniel Parchment, the man in charge, and Well, he didn't have to use his whistle much in the first 45 minutes. Portmore coming forward. Charleston with the opportunity straight to goalkeeper Shaquan Davis, and that was easy for him. Experienced Rudolph Austin in the middle of the park, passing that to Shafan Madonna. What a lovely pass that was to Charleston, who just couldn't sort out his feet. It was a weak attempt with the right foot, and Shaquan Davis did well to keep it out. That was probably the best opportunity of the first half. Vere United looking to come forward, and then Portmore getting in and around the 18-yard area. That was a shot by DeAndre Cunningham, who scored in the last fixture between these two teams. That was not to be. And 0-0 after 45. Just one shot, none on target for Vere United. 2 on target from the 5 attempts for Portmore. 13 fouls between the two, and Daniel Parchment has been able to keep the cards in the pocket. 1 offside each. 3 corners enjoyed by Portmore United. And they also have a majority of the possession with 58% compared to Vere United's 42. After 45 minutes, Vere United 0, Portmore United 0. We go to a break, but before that, let's have a look at the recap of Sunday's action. Dumble Holden against Arnett Gardens and Humble Lion against Harbourview.
Here are the highlights. Arnett on the attack from pretty early. Cephas goes down the left side. His cross inside, met here by Clark, but Clark setting the ball back for his captain, the 23-year-old Romeo Guthrie, who thumps the ball and shakes the back of the net with what turned out to be the winning moment for Arnett Gardens, beating Damien Hatt in the Dunbar Holden goal. Hit that with a lot of power. 3 goals now on the season for this Arnett Gardens captain in the number 17 shirt. Arnett continuing to press forward. Cephas here with the opportunity. It goes high with the effort. Should have done better there. The Arnett leading scorer with 7 goals this season. Cephas again. Cutting inside Cephas. Just steers a right-footed shot on goal, but Hatt gets in the way. Cunningham. Martin. Here's Nicoy Christian now sending this ball forward. Bygrave has a chance from an angle. Goes for goal when Powell and McGregor were inside waiting for the opportunity. Edwards with a fine save. Arnett again here. Cephas with a header, but high with a header. And here's a moment where Arnett would get their first red card of the match. Phillips and Johnson. And Johnson stumps Phillips in the leg. And there's no way he would have escaped a red card there. Referee Narissa Golson has the easy job of giving a red card there. Dunbar Holden trying to get back into the game. Bygrave, leading scorer in the league, doesn't get a proper shot on goal. The ball goes wide. Dunbar Holden still pressing here. McGregor. A deflected cross inside, and Gerald Nino, man of the match, tries to whip this one away, almost tears the ball into his own goal. Arboyne, who came on as a second half substitute, sends the ball forward here to Shandy James, and Arnett are on the run once more. Arboyne with a right-footed strike, a lot of power, but Damien Hatt gets in the way. Yeah, there's the move. Good pass inside here, and Arboyne just sets the ball away from Pusey. But his shot on goal was very, very well saved there by the experienced Damien Hatt. Nicoy Christian. There was a yellow card there to Earl Simpson, the first of his 2 yellow cards. Bygrave with a right-footed strike to the near post, but Edwards has the easy job. Very solid in goal all match, Eric Edwards. Had a very, very good game, and would have been in the conversation for the man of the match as well. Second bookable offence here coming up here for Earl Simpson. He was already on a yellow card. Referee Golson deems this another bookable offence, and because of that, the 20-year-old gets a red card and sends Arnett Gardens down to 9 men. Closer moments here for them as they try to defend the lead they had. Dunbeholden consistently pressing forward. That ball right across the goal. Kimoni Bailey, who came on as a late substitute, arriving just a half a second late on the far post. But there were some really close shaves here. And here's the best moment here for Dunbeholden. And unbelievably, McGregor, who just has the easy job to steer the ball into the goal, kicks the ball away from the goal. Can't believe it. No one did. That would have been Bygrave's goal. That's how it ended.
Well, we are built for this. Not saying that we want to do this every game, but honestly, I guess we communicated well with our teammates. You know, everybody was willing to work for each other, and we just dictated the game because the game was in our control, right? So it was just a great team effort from us.
Yeah, we talked about putting more in attack. As you could see, we took off a defender and put in an attacker. And when they got the second, you know, we did the same, you know, to get numbers in attack. But obviously, we got the chances, but it didn't work.
As I said before, you know, the injured players, I mean, I said before, but they really stuck in the game today, you know. The circumstances, you know. You don't want to go down 10 or 9 man playing against a good team like Dunbeholden, but today we did well, you know.
We haven't seen a lot of goalmouth activity here at the Tony Sporting Sports Complex, but the chances, the majority of them, they have gone to Portmore United. They haven't taken them though, which is why we are still goalless here in Arnett Gardens. Vere United and Portmore United. Chris Taylor is still with me. What are you expecting this second half? Because the first half wasn't a lot to write home about.
Yeah, I'd love to see an increase in the tempo, Donald, just based on the team, these two teams' performance so far in the season. I'm not sure if the expectation is realistic in terms of the increased tempo. But yeah, the more opportunities for Siobhan McDonald to get on the ball, and I think the Portmore will be better off. Charleston certainly needs to be supplied better from a Portmore perspective, and Vere United just need to push themselves up the park. That man Ricardo Campbell certainly needs to push his side a lot higher. So Lemard Neal really starved of the ball in the first half for Vere United. Siobhan McDonald, that's a creative element in the middle of the park for Portmore. And Lemard Neal, who is used to playing in the midfield area, has been asked to play centre forward today. And you can see from his dry shirt, he hasn't touched the ball much, Lemard Neal. And quite a bit of ability. Lemard Neal, skillful player as well, but really needs to get the service. That man, easily the most experienced player on the park, played for so long, over 100 games for Leeds in the English Championship.
Well, here's Portmore United trying to get the go-ahead goal, and that needs to have been a better delivery from Alvinus Myers. Yeah, Leeds are trying their endeavour best to avoid going back into the championship.
Yeah. When Rudolph Austin was there, they were in the championship. Played some time in Denmark, in Denmark as well. Rudolph Austin, national captain at one point for the Reggae Boys.
Still trying to settle Vere, it seems. McDonald. Cunningham. Myers now. Cunningham fires straight to Shaquan Davis. Watkin putting that one into touch. There's the effort from Cunningham. Looking for his second goal this season, DeAndre Cunningham. That one was on target. There have been a couple of attempts on target from Portmore United this evening. Always would have been difficult to ask Alton Lewis to pull out that pass.
Yet to register a shot on target, Vere United, and they've only had one attempt. They need to do a lot better in the second half if they're planning to find a victory here, which would be 2 in 3 games for Vere United. An impressive win over Arnett Gardens, and a draw last week against Cavalier. 4 points, big points for Donovan Ducky and his team.
Yeah, Arnett Gardens couldn't quite deal with the stubborn reality that Donovan Ducky would have orchestrated with his team, Vere. Although he does seem bored by it all this afternoon. Lewis finding Plummer. Myers getting a foot in there. Lemard Neal. Miscommunication there.
And we've seen that a couple times so far this afternoon, the lack of communication or cohesion between the Vere United players. This time Lemard Neal and Plummer. Before it was Plummer and Dennis, I think it was in the first half, where just or Plummer and Salmon just weren't reading each other at all.
Sometimes they can be a little bit slight on the ball, Portmore United, and they do have to be careful. They are still level with Vere United, and football is a game where anything can still happen. Johnny Flemings may need some attention. I think there was a head collision there between him and Kevin Graham. Indeed there was. Portmore United, they're warming up a few players. Likes of Aaron Elliott and Shea Smith among them. Wouldn't be surprised if a few changes are made. Here is Admiral Bailey. I'm sure giving an off-the-record interview. Probably why Philip Williams left Tivoli Gardens. The real reason, I don't know. That's a lovely ball looking for McDonald at the back post, and it's nodded away by Alton Lewis. Going to kick to Portmore. Russo is the one trotting across to take it. The pace of the game has been pedestrian for the most part, but Portmore United trying to bring it to life with a goal here. It's going to be Rousseau to deliver. Here's a cross coming in at the back post, headed away. Another chance for service, and no issues there for Shaquan Davis. Lewis is down.
Easy, brother. Easy, no, Mr. Yan. Easy, man. No, your hand catch your man, brother. Don't matter if you foolish shit. You want help,
Had to come together with Watkin. He probably landed on his foot there, accidentally. Charlton doing all the running at the top end of the field, and now Vere trying to make the transition. This is Plummer, Ramon Plummer. Lewis. Oh, Lewis, wonderfully done, and it had to be batted away by Benjamin Williams. Well, I never expected that at all from Alton Lewis, and somehow he pulled a rabbit out of a hat, and that little bit of magic set the spectators alight. Here's a chance for Plum at the back post. Oh, it seemed as if he took forever. Another chance has trickled through in the end to Williams, and Vere with a couple of big chances just now.
Yeah, this was the opportunity. Was Plummer the provider. Good skill here by Alton Lewis. Lovely. Just to put it onto the left foot, and Shaquan Davis caught in, Benjamin Williams, sorry, caught in no man's land. Yeah, well, didn't make the best punch, but luckily for him, missed his far post. And a couple good opportunities for Vere United. A couple strikes on target, finally. Thought the second attempt, Plummer just hesitated a little bit too much. And in the end, the shot that he tried was a difficult one.
reckon that Vere may have just stepped up a gear here, and Portmore United will now have to be careful. They've still had the majority of the possession and the chances, but nothing to show for it. And all of a sudden, Vere United with back-to-back chances. And although they didn't convert, they show that they are still very much in this contest and they are dangerous. Here's Siobhan McDonald. Alvinus Myers. Again, just slight on the ball, and Vere will push the other way through Plummer. Neil is beside him, finds Neil. Neil trying to go over the top, didn't quite work. And Vere, they've won it back in a dangerous position. I don't think Neil was expecting it. Has Young on him. Plummer. Lewis. Lovely ball. Needed a better first take from Dennis. Rudolph Austin was in the right place at the right time, and he's striding forward. Manages to find an outlet in Charleston, and referee Daniel Parchment has called the play back, and the other card is shown. Is that Kevin Graham?
I'm sure it is. No surprise when I saw the tackle that it was Kevin Graham's number 18, the guilty party.
The enforcer, right?
Yeah. Tough on tough.
And Tough went down.
Good interception by Austin. That was a poor challenge. Fell awkwardly, Austin. Behind the knee. That's such a poor challenge by Graham. Wild. I think Coach Juki's just saying to him, take it easy.
Yeah, good luck with the message.
Austin still down. As I said, 37 in 2 weeks' time, Rodolphe Austin. Former national captain. Some 84 caps for the Reggae Boys. 7 goals in that, Rodolphe Austin.
Including a couple bombers.
Great servant to the Reggae Boys. 101 appearances for Leeds United, 8 goals. He also played for Brøndby and Esbjerg in Denmark.
Those landings going to hurt more at his age. And he's going to need the extra magic spray.
He'd start his career with Portmore United back in 2005, where he played for 4 years before going overseas to England and then to Denmark. Now in the latter years returning to his beloved Portmore United, but maybe not where he's used to seeing them.
Saw Shea Smith on the touchline, getting ready to come on for Portmore United.
A bit surprised that he's not been used more by Portmore under Lenny Hyde. Started the season, Smith had 3 goals and then fell out of favour in terms of opportunities.
I think he's coming on for Flemings. Shaheem Rose. Surprised?
No. Hasn't had a good day, Rose. Almost been caught by the occasion. Shaheem Rose finally getting an opportunity to start, but hasn't been his best game by any means. A lot of misplaced passes, just hasn't settled down. Hasn't impacted the game in a way that we know he can, especially at the schoolboy level.
Grant. Graham trying to find Grant. Rousseau is back there. Should be able to handle it. Flemings. Smith. Took his eyes off the ball there momentarily and then lost possession.
Joint leading goal scored, 3 goals. Both himself and Charleston.
He was looking for a call that was never going his way. Dennis. Flag had gone up for offside. Smith has time to deliver. Myers. Austin. McDonald, again poor ball from McDonald as he tried to set up Flemings.
Well done team, well done team. Time brother, time brother, time.
Again the right idea, just the wrong execution.
Mata, come inside, team, Mata, clear right. Team up, team up, team up.
This could be tricky. Watkins did enough. Lewis. Plummer.
Well done. Alta, get the rest. Go on, Alta.
Here's Portmore United. Charleston.
Made the angle worse for himself, Kenny Charleston. It was a good ball by Flemings. Good play. Flemings has really come into his own in the second half. Good running. Didn't need that extra touch Charleston. The ball was played into his path nicely. Should have taken the shot with the left foot, I think, first time, which would have allowed him a better angle. But that extra touch does making it a lot more difficult for him.
Oh, he was being pulled back, but he moves away. Dennis. Not sure if that was the best option. He had the space in front of him, and I'm not sure why he didn't attack said space. He's still looking for his first goal this season, Ricardo Dennis, and that was a big opportunity.
I think the shot was on. I think the reason he didn't drive straight was because he wanted to get onto that right foot, so he needed to cut inside to give himself a better angle, but he just scuffed the shot badly. And well, that's a poor pass at the other end. One of the few times that Dennis has been able to cut in from the wide area. But yeah, that strike was not going to beat Williams at all.
It is encouraged for youngsters these days to try to use both feet when playing football, when trying to attack McDonald with another ball overcooked.
Well, you do use two, but you still favor one most of the time in terms of shooting. And even the best players around the world still have a favored foot.
I get that, but that specific opportunity was just mind-boggling.
I don't think it was
wasted.
I don't agree with you. I don't know how to put it any other way.
I probably need to see a replay of that one. There was so much space in front of him.
Yeah, but I don't think there was an opportunity to really drive. Even if he had gone into the box, he would have been on the left side of the box, on his weaker side. So what he was trying to do was to get the defenders off balance.
Well, here's McDonald with a shot that's again over the top. But yeah.
So he was trying to cut inside to throw the defenders off balance, which was a good thing. I just think that he didn't make great contact with the shot, but had he made proper contact, the opportunity was there for him. I don't think he did anything wrong apart from miscue the shot.
I actually thought he went too horizontal. He could have cut inside.
No, there were two defenders that were tracking.
Again, you need to see the replay, but fine, sure. He did the best he could do. Here's Smith. Well, there he is. Where's the number 10? This is what I'm talking about with the space in front of him.
No, look at the defender. Watkin is coming to close the space. So if
he was running directly at Watkin, that's the point I'm making.
No, you're not looking. Look at Watkin coming to close the space. So if he had gone into the box on the left side, Watkin would have cut the angle. So what he did was to cut in. It actually forced Watkin to have to turn his body. So Watkin was off balance. He did the right thing, Dennis, apart from the shot. I think the shot was just miscued, but certainly by throwing the defender off, what that meant was that the defender would not have been able to block his shot, that is. And knowing Dennis, you certainly know that he wasn't planning on using that left foot any at all.
And I suppose the defender knew that. Well, that's the most excitement we've seen in this game, so that's why we milked it.
Come on.
25 minutes to go. Surely time to step up. Graham. Lovely stuff. Grant. Here's Portmore again with another chance. Oh, he's done well, you know. And then just lost his balance, did he? Was tackled on the edge of the box. Johnny Flemings.
He's really coming to his own in the second half. He's been the best player for Portmore in the second half. That was a good dribble again. Tried to play the advantage. There was a foul just outside of the box. Good call, Daniel Parchment. Tried to play the advantage, but there was none. Great eyes, Daniel Parchment, just to pick up that it was on the outside of the box and not on the line. Philip Williams should be excited about this opportunity. He doesn't show it though. Probably one of the best moves Portmore have had in the second half.
One of those free kicks where you're wondering if it's just a little bit too close.
Yeah, this is a difficult skill. I think it's too close for Rudolph Austin, who likes distance. I would have thought Siobhan McDonald would have been in the runnings for this.
You need a technician, right?
Yeah, I like Siobhan McDonald from this kind of range, but I think Emilio Rousseau is trying to demand it.
With his left foot?
Yeah, not necessarily the best angle for a left footer.
I don't think so either.
Who else is in there? That's
well,
DeAndre Cunningham as well.
Maybe Cunningham, you know. Let's see. No, it's Austin. Yeah. And another shot over the top. And that came in from Rousseau.
Wrong decision, I think, even by Austin. That's just not his kind of range, Austin. And that was a poor attempt by him as well. Even if that had gone through the wall, it would have been pretty easy for Davis.
As I said, I thought he needed a technician.
Yeah. Lots of experience, Rudolph Austin. Not sure how many he would have scored from the edge of the 18-yard area, though, in a dead ball situation. And maybe giving the former Cornwall youngster an opportunity might have been the best move.
But he wasn't in the conversation.
Funny thing about it is the dead ball is a dead ball no matter the level that you're playing at.
Oh yeah.
You know, whereas other scenarios you might say, well, boy, he doesn't have the experience at this level, but in that situation I would have liked to have seen him kick it.
Probably doesn't have that muscle in the dressing room, considering the fact that he is on loan from the Stars of the East. It doesn't seem as if he has that personality to take a hold on proceedings, but he's still quite young. Here's Maz. That's a lovely ball inside, headed away. Another chance that's rifled across the area.
Was that Flemings again?
No, it was Smith.
Smith. That was a good attempt by Smith. Not an easy technique by any means. Difficult angle, made good connection. Smith had the right idea, outside of the left boot. Trying to banana it into the far post. Not far wide. Just in case you're wondering, the swerve on the ball is sometimes described as a banana, where it goes outside in.
Here's Lewis, going long. Also doing enough. Smith picks it up, has some pace about him. Shea Smith attacks the area. And then didn't have a lot of options in front of him.
Watch it.
Rousseau, neatly done. Smith. Oh, the flag had gone up for offside against Smith. Travis Grant. Maybe suffering from a bit of cramp, maybe. Or probably a bit of a calf injury. What's he thinking? What other play can he make?
Just having a look there at the bench of Portmore, Nevon Lindo on the bench. Janelle Ray as well. Also saw Gawain Austin, who's had quite a bit of starting time in the centre back role. Portmore's number 12, not preferred today. Stephen Young coming in instead.
McDonald. All over the top. Should have been better there from Johnny Flemings.
Hey, look, right. Go, Danny. Time. Team ready. Move it, time on speed. Come on.
London. Campbell. Graham. There's a skipper. Brown goes long looking for Plummer. And that wasn't necessary at all, I don't think.
Yeah, a bit ridiculous by Plummer. No need to run in like that. It was obvious that he wasn't going to get there before Williams. Strange decision by Plummer. Spin on it. Had he even gotten a toe there, Plummer, that ball would have gone up for a kick. I guess fair game. Maybe he thought that he would have gotten there before Williams, but not sure what he was looking to do with it, Plummer. Youthful exuberance. Not sure what he's appealing for either. There's no way he could have gotten a kick there. I think he's telling, I think he's telling him just to be careful because obviously the goalkeeper was there.
Charleston. Here's Lewis now. Vere United, they are in 10th position on 15 points. They've just won once in their last 5 games. Portmore United, they have suffered 3 consecutive defeats. In fact, they have lost 4 of their last 5 matches. It's a bit of a slump for the team in blue. In 9th spot, Portmore United. Could go to 8th with victory this evening. Dennis. Austin was in the way. Pokes it wide. Smith. Smith with the effort is wide.
You can see what he was trying, Shea Smith, but he was always stretching. Allow the ball to get away from him a little bit too far. But once he was looking to cut him, he was looking to curl that into the far corner. Smith, always stretching, was under a bit of pressure as well.
Here's Smith again. Back to Myers. Austin. Oh, Smith is in the box. Here's a chance.
Oh, wow. Why didn't Flemings go for goal? Had time, Flemings. Almost was surprised that he got the ball in the box with so much time. Yeah, he realizes now Flemings could have taken a touch and then taken a shot, or probably could have even hit it one time. Oh, that came to him so nicely from Shea Smith. Should have hit it one time with the right foot. Favors the left.
I think there probably was a slight deflection before it came to him. So I think in his mind he was opting for the safer choice.
Inside the 18 yard like that, why are you trying to be safe? Let fly.
Well, there was a defender in front of him.
Let him block it. That pass to Charleston would never have come off though, so I think that was a poor option.
Well, we do have a Sportsmax app moment. We'll tell you the mystery. Here we go. Plummer on the ball. Finding Lewis, who did really well there. And then driving that one into the path of Benjamin Williams. But Lewis, that was neatly done. Good night. And Williams had to make the save. That's Sportsmax app moment, courtesy of the Sportsmax app. You can download it right now to keep abreast of the Jamaica Premier League, the English Premier League, La Liga. Of course, there's a big Champions League final on May 28th. The Sportsmax Zone, the WTA Tour, and we've run out of time to say how many things we have on the Home of Champions, but just download it and just keep abreast of everything we do have. But yeah, the Western Conference Finals in the NBA also on the Home of Champions as well. Don't want to miss that. Here's Watkin in high altitude conditions, the defender. McDonald. Nicely done to Myers. Myers And it's headed away. Corner kick to Portmore United. Ten minutes to go, plus time added for stoppages. Portmore United, they need to press here if they want to get the 3 points. Rousseau has gone across to take the corner kick. Here's the delivery. Not a bad one. Davis punches it out. McDonald too far away from Austin, who puts in a challenge, catching the man in the process. Plummer would possibly need some attention. He was almost reluctant to show the yellow card through the Austin. Daniel Parchment.
Got some advice from the assistant as well. Good teamwork by the officials. Rolando Bennett, the second assistant, was picking that up. Certainly was late on the challenge, Austin. I think a deserved yellow card. Didn't have much argument either. He just thought he had gotten away with it because Parchment hadn't seen it initially. Quality in this game for the most part, really bad for these two teams. I think both coaching staffs will really lay into the players after this in terms of their lack of creativity and how wasteful they have been just in their passes and general movement.
Here's Smith. Shea Smith on the ball. Lovely ball across. Missing Charleston. And McDonald was trying to caress that through. He gets the corner kick.
Smith has added some energy since coming on. Shea Smith. Many were surprised that he didn't start. That was a nice ball put into the box. Looking to run at the defense line of Vere United.
McDonald's delivery. Dennis back there. And then the hack outside of the box. Throw in. The evidence of what we've seen this evening. I'm not sure if either of these teams deserves to be in the playoffs. A chance again, we see, and McDonald is always under pressure from Grant and company. Top 6, they go through to the playoffs. Battle of 9th and 10th here.
And I agree with you, Donna. I don't think, if both these teams are honest with themselves, that either would deserve to get into the playoffs based on the quality football that they've played so far this season. There's still time left, but yeah. And this game has followed the lack of quality. Ramon Plummer is down. Bit of cramp on the calf, yeah, looks that way. One of the players just squeezing the muscles.
Because that always helps, right?
I tell you, he just added to the pain. That was Stephen Young. Maybe a little bit of lack of experience. Should have been stretching the leg instead of pressing the muscle. Donovan Ducky has certainly enjoyed the bench this afternoon. He hasn't gotten up much, if at all. But as we were speaking before the game, Donna, we were saying at this point, only scoring 9 goals in a season, you realize obviously, based on your squad, that goal scoring is not something that's going to change at this point. Do you change your approach? Do you look at your side and say, well, let us be resolute in defense, let us look to grind out games and get points, like what's happening here? 4 points in the last 2 games. Their winning goal in the last, well, one of the 2 goals in their last game, 2 games ago, that 2-1 win against Sanigans was an own goal from Earl Simpson. Do we just try and grind out results? So yeah, we're not going to get many wins because we're not scoring goals, but let's at least get a point.
Well, this is Aaron Elliott coming on, hoping to make a point. He has come on in place of Siobhan McDonald. Then this is Courtney Wright, who's getting ready to come on for Vere United. It is replacing Ramon Plummer, the injured Ramon Plummer. Ricardo Dennis is also going to make his way off the park, and one of the Harrison boys is going to come on. And it's the Tyrese version.
Actually, I like this change. I think Tyrese, when we saw him early in the season, lots of energy, likes to get down the flanks, doesn't score many, but certainly is a nuisance to the defense line of his opposition. So let's see if he can inject some energy in the last 5 minutes plus stoppages.
Of course, his twin brother also plays for the club, Tyreek.
Rudolph Faustinus bounces him over.
Lewis. Well, he's found the turf a couple of times already. This time earning a free kick. Tyrese Harrison.
Stevie Young trying to slow up the play. Daniel Parchment wasn't having any of it. Neither Plummer or Dennis, who just came off, had good games though. We've seen much better from the 2. Yeah, that was a foul.
Ball played inside from Salmon. And here's a chance. Oh, wide of the mark. Just wide of the mark. Javier Brown looking for his 4th this season. And just a little bit of life close to the end here from Vere United.
While defending by Watkin. And Javier Brown, it was comfortably wide in the end. Williams had it covered, you would say. Rare occasion for Javier Brown to be getting high up the park this afternoon. He was actually playing a bit too deep for me right throughout this game.
Oh, nicely done. Ball played inside to Elliott.
It was nicely done by Flemings. I actually think Flemings has been the best player on the park for Portmore United, even though it's hard to find one. But yes, certainly in the second half, Flemings, and in the first half had some enterprising deliveries from the flank areas. Not a player that has got a lot of starting opportunities.
Elliott tried to lay it in the path of his teammate.
Here is Janai Fleming.
Smith.
No fault.
Gets a return ball from Cunningham. Smith finding Cunningham, who
was attempting the chest. I think he was trying the chest pass. I think he was between 2 minds whether to pass it with the chest or control it. Portmore still look like the likely team to get something out of this game if there's going to be one.
Well done.
Never had a draw in this fixture. There is always a first. 2 wins for Vere, 6 for Portmore. Are we going to see our first draw? Seems that way, Donald.
Maybe. Rousseau.
Earlier this season it was Portmore who got the better of them by 2-1. Goals by DeAndre Cunningham and Shea Smith. Shea Smith in stoppage time with the winner. Javier Brown got the 1 goal for Vere United.
Rousseau with the long throw. Looking for a teammate. Headed away by Lumpton. That has gone into touch. And just to confirm, the 4 minutes of stoppages to be played. Shaquan Davis is down. Well, I'm sure there'll be more time added on top of the stoppages. So there is a first time for everything. As you mentioned before, Chris Taylor. Before today, 8 matches were played between these two teams. Portmore United, they won 6 of them. Vere United 2, we've never seen a drawn result. Seems as if we may be heading to our first, which wouldn't be a total surprise. There's the other half of the duet, Tariq Harrison. Long throw again. Oh, here's a big chance. Elliott. And it's cleared. Hacked out of the area, really, by Javier Brown.
He's been known to score late goals. Aaron Elliott, 2 goals on his season so far.
Here's a long throw from Rousseau. Again, some trouble. It's with Shea Smith. Looking to score the winner again.
In stoppage time.
Portmore United, they'll try again. Myers. Trying not to commit the foul here. And they get possession. Smith again.
Did leave it to the 93rd minute the last time, Shea Smith. And all that dilly-dallying on the ball, and it comes to nothing.
Portmore United, they probably will have another chance here. Elliott looking for the options. Goes long himself. Well, that was a waste. But Myers will win it back in a dangerous area. Can Portmore United manufacture something, anything? Rousseau with the long delivery inside, and somehow Elliott decided to head it from the edge of the 18. Was never going to be an issue for Shaquan Davis. I wonder how much time will be added on top of stoppage time. Probably an additional minute. Neil. Oh, he's lost it. Another chance for Portmore United here. Elliott sends it out wide. Ball played inside, and Shaquan Davis saw it all the way. No issues. Trying to launch a counter here. Brown. This is Javier Brown. And the flag has gone up for offside. Portmore United again. Not a lot of time remaining. Needs a good delivery, Rousseau. It's banged out of the box. And we're close to full time. Referee Daniel Parchment blows for the free kick to Portmore United. Last chance saloon here at the Tony Sporting Sports Complex. Can they get something here, Portmore United? Here's Rousseau's delivery, not a bad one, headed away. Rousseau picks it up. It's with Aaron Elliott. Back to Rousseau. Not a lot of time remaining. Rousseau just running out of real estate, and that is that for this contest. No goals to speak of. There were none to show. Portmore United with the late press, but that proved to be unsuccessful. Donovan Ducky holds on. Another clean sheet. The first ever draw in this contest. And first time this contest has produced a goal. After 90 minutes, it's Vere United 0, Portmore United 0. So here's a look at the highlights for this one that ended goalless. Portmore United and Vere United. Portmore United, they did have several opportunities, to be fair. This opportunity from Charleston outside the box, and no problems there for Shaquan Davis, who had a relatively easy evening. McDonald with a wonderful ball. Looking for Charleston. Davis had to go down low to make the save. The attacks by Vere United were few and far between. This effort from DeAndre Cunningham wide of the mark. Cunningham again looking for options, decides to go long range, and Davis well behind it. And here is Vere pressing through Ramon Plummer. Lewis, nice bit of skill there to get by Myers, and then firing that one into the path of Benjamin Williams. And here's Plummer again. That bit of hesitation allowed him to be cut off, and then the shot was just a trickle. Austin from distance blasted it into the wall. And then the follow from Rousseau over the top. Scraps they were feeding off from Portmore United. That wasn't a bad delivery across, and McDonald was just trying to place that into the far corner and was blocked. There's a chance for Vere. And Javier Brown looking for his 4th goal this season, just firing that one wide. Emilius Rousseau by the end was trying to get a couple of long balls inside. Aaron Elliott looking for the late goal, couldn't come up with it. Vere United with 5 shots, 2 on target. Portmore United with 9 shots, 3 on target. 19 fouls committed, with Portmore committing 3 more. 2 yellow cards were shown. And we can see corner kicks in favour of Portmore 6-2. And the possession in favour of Portmore United 54%.
Ricky, not necessarily the result that Vere United would have been looking for, but a tough kind of battle. I know that a kind of battle that you enjoy.
Yeah, both teams come out and we enjoy ourselves playing good football. Sorry we didn't get the result we want, but Portmore come out. So we have to just stick to our game plan.
As a captain, when the game was getting tight, what was the instruction to Lumpton and the rest of your defensive unit? What were you telling them?
Just stick to our basic, you know. All start from training. We know when we reach down to 80 minutes, 85 minutes, we know what we should be doing.
And what do you think about the season? Obviously, you're struggling at the other end of the pitch. Do you still think you can slide into the playoff spots?
We have a slight little chance, but we have to just take it game by game. Three game unbeatable. First from the season start, we go on this run.
All right, Ricardo, all the best. Good to see you fit. Keep it that way.
All right, thank you.
Ricardo Campbell there, captain and man of the match from Vere United. Philip Williams now joins me. Philip, how do you feel about your first game there?
I mean, we achieved one of our objectives, which was to keep a clean sheet. And in terms of our gameplay, there's nothing much there that we would say we would be displeased of. The boys really control in terms of when they had the ball, they made good use of it. And I'm very pleased with my first game with this team.
And in terms of, obviously, as you said, a lot of losses, so the fact that you were able to change that with the draw, and it was a tough battle, something good to come through at the end of it all.
Definitely, Vere is a very well-coached team, a very drilled team, and the central back became the man of the match today. That shows the amount of how we were imposing ourselves on them. We played well today, and I think what let us down is the final decision in the final third.
All right, you mentioned the final third. Looking forward now, since this is your first game, what are the things you'll be looking to tweak going into the next one?
Not much. As I said, in the final third, that is where I think we're overpassing, and definitely we'll be working on finishing going forward.
All right, Philip, all the best for next week.
Yeah,
good performance today.
All right, thanks.
Philip Williams, his first game in charge of Portmore United. I'm now joined by Donovan. Donovan, the kind of matches that Vere do very well at, grinding out results, not much at the attacking side of things, but resolute defensively.
Yeah, definitely, and it's important for us not to lose today. It's 3 consecutive unbeaten is the first we are getting this run, so there's a lot to build on. Now we have to look to a home game to see if we can get 3 points to throw in the bag. Thought we did exceptional well in the first half. We played in two thirds. Up to the final third, we didn't offer much. We didn't do a lot to hurt them. Created 2 half chances, but nothing much was in the game.
Yeah, did get a couple of chances, especially in the second half. I noticed the combination you went for in the middle of the park. Tough tackling and hard, especially Kevin Graham, as we saw coming into that middle. Was that purposely done?
Yes, definitely, because what they do a lot is a lot of position from the back in the midfield and then to the flank. They're a flank team, but the suppliers, they always comes from the midfield. So we have to nullify that instead of focusing on the person, the ending of the ball. So it was deliberate for us today to play that way in the midfield.
All right, another big point for you, as you said, undefeated now in 3 matches. All the best for next week. Keep it up.
Thank you very much.
So this match complete, out of the way. Unfortunate that we didn't see a goal in this fixture. Vere United against Portmore United, both teams playing to a 0-0 draw, playing to a draw for the first time in this very short rivalry.